What's up, heathens? How ya doing? Today we're gonna be getting into more comments, but first we gotta crown the dumbass from last week. So, the dumbass was this dumbass right here. Yes, the chemtrail geoengineering fuck that thinks that we're all gonna be destroyed or something by the US government, who's gonna geoengineer us into hell. This guy right here wins dumbass from last week based on your votes. So be sure to leave a comment down below voting for your dumbass this week. If you happen to pick this dumbass from last week, you win 1,000,000 God points. Remember, these God points are a lot like expecting Trump not to embarrass the United States. Speaking of dipshits, apparently I'm cringy as fuck. And I've never debunked the flat earth. Somebody finally appreciates my singing, other than KC. If you guys didn't know, I'm stupid. And I'm a foolish knob? Whatever the fuck that is. And then finally, a guy says that insects disprove gravity and the globe model in general. So, if you want to learn more about these dumbasses, then please stay tuned. All right, so let's get on into it, shall we? With the Today I Learned. This isn't the Today I Learned. Today we're all learning that scientists have confirmed that the Asian common toad's toxic slime will likely kill nearly everything in Madagascar that tries to eat it and devastate the African island's unique biodiversity. Don't bring that frog to Madagascar or anywhere else in the world because it will be our downfall. What's the downfall of humans? This fucking toad. For some reason, they wanted to keep it as a pet on fucking Madagascar. And then this dipshit tried to eat it. Today I learned of an obese Scottish man who went 382 days without food. He survived on coffee, tea, and sparkling water, along with potassium and sodium supplements. He went from 456 pounds to 180 pounds. All of this was documented and published in the Postgraduate Medical Journal. That is interesting. Although I know what some of the flat earthers that may be watching this in the future might be saying. It's like, why don't you just stop eating JA? You'll shrink. And I'm sorry to say I can't do that due to being a diabetic. That means that I have to regulate my own sugar. So it's not like I have a pancreas to regulate my insulin that regulates sugar. I have to do it myself. So there's no way I could just go a year with only drinking coffee, tea, and sparkling fucking water. All right, this is an interesting one which requires some supplemental shit. A Christian couple loses custody of their child. Jesus, joy of the Lord, at custody hearing after they spoke in tongues in court to a stuffed lion who they claimed was giving them direct counsel from God. The judge also denied the couple's claim of religious persecution. Now, I say that this needs supplemental information because it's like, that didn't happen. This is like onion level shit, right? There's no way that this actually fucking happened. And no, this comes from a legit like Canadian news site. And you really have to just read the original article. So couple refused legal aid, advising witnesses it was their lawyer, Jesus Christ, asking the questions. Jesus was their lawyer in this. Don't contact Jesus for lawyer shit, okay? So the couple spoke in tongues in court to a stuffed lion who they claimed was giving them direct counsel from God. I think at that point they lost the case. Like, not even the tongue shit in court. It's when they pointed at the stuffed fucking animal and claimed that it was God I'm sure the judge was just like, all right, this is closed up. We're not going back. You're not getting your kid. Let's just be honest. And then it's like, they rejected legal aid, preferring to advise witnesses it was the lawyer Jesus Christ, blah, blah, blah. And then the battle was for custody of their baby, who the mother wanted to rename Jesus Joy of the Lord. So it wasn't that the baby's name was Jesus Joy of the Lord. She wanted to fucking rename it that. Why would you do that to your kid? Don't be a fucking Richard, bitch. All right, let's get to some comments of the day. Prepare to face-bump yourself in the next week. All right, so here's on my Illuminati vid. This is Backyard Astronomy. He's a good guy. Oh no, J.A., you used the number 6. That's the devil's number. I bet religious people will go nuts over this. On the moon, we would weigh 1/6 of what we weigh on the Earth. Coincidence? I think not. Ha 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 ha. Backyard Astronomy. So thank you, Backyard Astronomy, for leaving the comment. I hope that worked out for you. I figured that's probably what you were wanting. Here's from Tyler Dunphy. Cringy channels with a crap ton of swearing and no science are so hilarious. This guy just repeating crap without backing it up. Great job debunking him so easily. This was left on my Delano TV and Gravity thing video. And so I don't know what he's talking about here, but I had tons of science to back up what I was saying. It wasn't like I was just talking out of my ass. It was legit science that I was saying. I don't accept your whole, oh, you weren't doing your science right. Go fuck yourself. John loves Yahushua. Yahushua. I get Yahusha. I think that's Yahusha. Earth is flat and only sweaty virgins believe it's a globe. So this was a comment video. I have never seen you debunk the flat earth. All see you do is lie and prove how willful, closed-minded you are. You are proving that you are a brainwashed cult member that cannot think for himself. You refuse to be humble and question everything. If anything, my skeptical nature causes me to question everything. I don't just blindly accept shit like gravity. There's obvious evidence that it does exist. So I don't get how you can say all that kind of shit, but you know, you can live in whatever kind of fucked up reality you want to. And for all of you singing naysayers out there, I truly appreciate your grating voice and off-key singing. I feel like doing chores and yard work now. Off to work we go. Off to work we go. To get fucked by the man. Off to work we go. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe you'll think about that next time you're working. Earbud warning. Why does Girl Define think Halloween is the purge, lol? I don't know, Sarah Elizabeth, but you make a pretty good point. It's not the purge, but for some reason they think it is. I would hate to like see through their eyes during Halloween because I'm sure they walk outside and it's just a fucking bloodbath from that video game hatred. And it's just one guy's going down the street executing people left and right and they run back inside screaming and it's really just kids walking down the street. Like, I feel like that would be a scene in Girl Define the movie. That is a really good thumbnail, right, honey? Looks like the other one sticking it to the other one with a strap on. That's what it was meant to look like. You stupid! Man, this is a cogent argument. I have to, hats off to you, sir. You have made so many solid fucking points here. I've got no refutation. I guess I better pack this shit up now, or I'll just change the comment because it has literally no value. This godless guy is a knob, and I'm not a flat earther, but this guy is a fool. This is on the Jainism video where everybody has their own fucking dome over their heads that causes them to perceive the sun in different places. And really the sun is just overhead being all sunny. So basically it's like, oh, we're removed from reality. The sun moves up there, but we perceive it a different way. And so that's how he's going to explain the sun. It's ridiculous. So here's Mark Schmerz. Explain how the largest shipping canal in the world works when water is always level. Why don't they build bridges allowing for curve? How can the sun... I'm sorry, I gotta stop already. Look, Mark, why don't they build bridges allowing for curve? What makes you think that they don't? They do. Globalist says he's probably talking about the Suez Canal, which does not have locks, which apparently that's what the things are called. Thank you for correcting me. And even so, I would say that I don't know how long the Suez Canal is. Let's see, how long is the Suez Canal? It's 102 miles. So, I mean, just to be able to see like 1% of the curve, it would have to be over 200 miles. And I'm fairly certain that if you were at one end of the Suez Canal, you would not be able to see the very far end of the Suez Canal. Also, it looks like there's a map of the Suez Canal, and it's not like a straight canal. I mean, It looks like there's multiple bridges in there, and it's windy and curvy. So you wouldn't be able to look down straight through it. And I mean, there would be a curve over that. I mean, again, I'm not an expert at the Suez Canal, but I mean, shit. How can the sun's rays come at angles affected by clouds if it's 93 million miles away? And how the fuck did they measure that? Okay, well, you can measure the angular size of the sun from one location and then go a known distance away and measure the angular size there at the same time. And then just using some basic fucking geometry, you can gather how far away the sun is. And then let's see, how can magical gravity hold on all the weight of the oceans, yet a tiny insect can move around freely? Well, a lot of that has to do with mass. I mean, I can jump in the air, but, you know, I have a lot of mass, so I don't go far. Insects have a lot less mass, and so they have a little bit more freedom. It's all about mass. I mean, I'm fairly certain that if I had a whole lot less mass, I would be able to jump a lot farther. That's why a skinny motherfucker can jump higher than me. Or, you know, that's why, like, on like the moon, I can jump farther because gravity is different. Gravity is just, the force of gravity is less on an insect than it is on me. It's not less enough for him to just sort of fly off into space, but it is less enough for him to move around. Let's see. Oh, and gravity isn't magical. It makes sense when it's like fucking large. Like when you have a large planetary body, it makes sense that all the shit can stay on it because the force of gravity is that much. So yeah, does gravity choose who can move or be affected? No, gravity does not choose. It's just the situation for each one changes. Like for the bug, it's lighter. Like, it has less mass, so therefore it can move a bit freer. Probably also has wings, which allow it to move through the fluid of the atmosphere and use that in order to traverse the shit. Yes. He asked if gravity was a sentient being. Think about how far-fetched the globe ideas really are. They're not. It's just science. It's reality. I'm sorry. To quote Sir Red's rhetoric, objective reality really hurts when it's shoved up your ass sideways, isn't it? Doesn't it? Sorry, doesn't it? I think I really butchered that, but you get what I was saying. You believe them over your own observations. Congratulations. You have been brainwashed sheeple. I don't get how that particular sentence makes sense, but you know. Thank you, heathens, for making it to the end. Have you left your vote down below for the dumbass this week? No? Well, now's your chance to go down there and vote for next week's winner. While you're down there, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you like this kind of dumbass content. Don't forget to stand up and use your voice, and I will see you heathens later. Oh, he's getting fucked tonight for sure. Not in a good way either. More like that spiky dick thing from the that 7 movie. Remember, these God points are a lot like Trump not to embarrass the United States.